Check 1, 2. Mic check 3, 4. Mic check 1, 2.
Only
3, 4.
I could start on that team.
2022 football season. Tonight's non-league game features the Blue Demons of Kennett High School from the Chestnut League and your very own Dublin Cardinals. On the far sidelines is head coach Nick Frazier and his 2022 Kennett Blue Demons squad. Now approaching the stadium, we are proud to announce tonight's starting lineup for this year's Flying Cardinals football team. We will be announcing the offense tonight. Starting at center, senior number 72, Alex Forsman. At forward, senior number 62, Bill Wycliffe. At the other guard, senior captain number 56, Kylie Butler. At tackle, sophomore number 66, Christian Holland. At the other tackle, senior captain number 50, Riley Hackett. At tight end, senior number 11, Coleman Zamborski. At wide receiver, senior number 8, Griffin Pensamine. At the other wide receiver, senior captain number 2, DJ Lucier. At fullback, senior number 10, Tom Beat, Bartlett. And tailback, senior number 7, Nigel McIntyre. And rallying on the offense, at quarterback, senior captain, number 9, Colin O'Sullivan. And now here's head coach Brett Snyder, his coaching staff, and the rest of the 2022 Upper Dublin And now walking out towards midfield for the point toss, captain of tonight's game. From Kennett, number 55, Ryan King. Number 66, Connor Tuck. Number 7, Julian Sparacino. And number 56, John Cardo. For the Cardinals, number 9, Colin O'Sullivan. Number 2, DJ Lucier. Number 50, Riley Hackett. And number 56, Kylie Butler. Upper Dublin has won the coin toss and chosen to defer choice. They will kick off, and Kennett will receive. Welcome.
Upper Dublin football fans in the community of this great town, we'd like to welcome you back to football season. I'm Jake Levine with Braxton Gans here tonight. We're going to be getting underway with football, our first football game of the season. Last year's Upper Dublin team, 8-2, 6-1 in conference play, won a playoff game before losing in overtime, heartbreak fashion, 42-36 to Plymouth Whitemarsh. Braxton, we're going to come in tonight, Upper Dublin again, 8-2 last year. What are you expecting out of this year's Upper Dublin team here on August 26th, first game of the season here at Wissahickon High School? I would like to mention, first of all, Wissahickon, thank you again for letting us come back to your stadium for now the second year after the tornado. Our light's still not back, so we're here at Wissahickon tonight. First game of the Upper Dublin season, Braxton. What are you expecting?
Well, I mean, we got a lot of great seniors this year. We got Colin O'Sullivan, DJ Cerise here, Kyrie Butler, so you just got to look to come out and firing, and you can expect some big performances from those guys.
Upper Dublin won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, which means we're going to start with Blue Demon football. We should be getting underway pretty soon here, imminently. We were called for a 7 o'clock start. It is 6:59, so we should be getting ready to go here. Again, Upper Dublin 9-3 last season, including their playoff record, ending right here at Wissahickon in November to Plymouth Whitemarsh, and they are looking for another strong season. Here for the Cardinals, Brett Stover here. He's a very good coach. He's built a great program. You mentioned they've got a lot of seniors this year. I think this is the year, especially with their senior quarterback, Colin O'Sullivan, who's been the quarterback here for quite some time. They really are expecting him to come back and be pretty big around here. What do you think?
Yeah, and also Upper Dublin really has to think back to last year. They lost in heartbreak fashion in overtime to Plymouth Whitemarsh in the playoffs right here at Wissahickon, and you just really have to use that to fuel your motivation for this year.
Again, Upper Dublin did win the toss. They are going to defer, which means we're getting underway here. The sound of pads clashing, of helmets hitting the turf. Here we go. Football season here in late August. It's still warm out, but the sun has started to set at 7 o'clock. Perfect football weather here, about 80, 79 degrees at kick. And here we go to start another football season for all of you around America, and we're off. Fielded at about the 13 and brought out. He's going to make a cut and be brought down at about the 35. So a solid return for the Blue Demons as we get underway.
Yeah, Upper Dublin lost their kicker from last year, Owen Carl, so they really have to look to Austin Pendleton to make up for those field goals and kickoffs.
And you know, my good friend CJ Ambrose would talk about Owen Carl extensively. We had a few nice conversations. He is not here with us. I think he'll be here for us for a few football games this season. But it is me and Braxton here tonight as we get going with football. First snap of the game. It's going to be Brett Kaufman, the senior quarterback for Kennett, in their own right. Under center tonight, it will be Julian Sparacio, the running back and middle linebacker in the backfield tonight. And we start in the gun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 4-3 defense look for Upper Dublin, as we've come accustomed to. Bad snap, and it starts with an RPO, and Upper Dublin blows it up.
That's just how you want to start your season. A great sack, loses yards on the offensive side. That's also not how you want to start for Kennett. A bad snap, that's just not a great start to a season.
So an interesting start, not a great snap, and a 3-yard loss gives us 2nd and 13. Brett Kaufman, again, we talked about the senior quarterback. Julian Sperancio, the running back who was in the backfield with him, a senior as well, standing at 5'11". They come out in a pass-happy formation, go into that RPO, or maybe that was a busted play after the bad snap. We'll see what kind of direction Kennett wants to go in this season.
Yeah, let's just look at this matchup real quick. This is not a gimme game for either team. Upper Dublin, as we mentioned earlier, 9-3 last year, had a pretty good playoff run up until that PW game. And Kennett, 8-4 last year.
They were a pretty good football team this year. They start again, not a great snap, and handled, and Brett Kaufman goes down.
Yeah,
so it's very quickly 3rd and over 15.
Yeah, Kennett really has to get their heads together. They cannot have 3 snaps in a row like that. 2's bad enough.
Upper Dublin, first of all, you give them credit. We talk about the bad snaps. Upper Dublin has fallen on both of them. They are in great position. Starting off early here, that aggressive style of defense that we talked about last year, that was what won them football games. It wasn't really Colin O'Sullivan. All he had to do was really not make the big mistake. Upper Dublin would win a lot off the back of a really strong, aggressive defense, and already here 2 plays into this season, and they're replicating a lot of what was successful last year.
Yeah, and the senior presence is already being felt. Those 2 bad snaps were also partially caused by Kyrie Butler, who's playing center tonight. He can be a real force on the defensive side and scary to play up against.
So they're going to try with a run play for Sperancio, which will not gain much. It'll be 4th and about 13-ish. And very quickly, Kennett's going to be forced to punt, and we're going to get the ball handed over to, now at his 3rd year starting at quarterback, Colin O'Sullivan.
That's not a great way to start your Kennett offense this year. I mean, you can't have 3 straight plays for no yard gain. That's just not how you can start.
Standing at about the 18 to punt.
Number 2, DJ Cerisier. And number 29.
It's Barker back to punt number 2. And it will get away pretty cleanly. Fielded Cerisier looking for it, and it rolls. Cerisier trying to coffin corner, and it coffin corners.
Wow.
That's at the 1.
That is a beautiful punt, maybe the most beautiful high school punt I have ever seen. Right over the heads of DJ Cerisier and rolls out right at the 1-yard line.
That was clean, folks, and Upper Dublin, their offense will start their season about the worst way you can imagine. So what looked like a disaster for Kennett really could have been a problem early. A big special teams play early in this one shifts momentum quite a bit, and we're going to get a quick look first at the Kennett defense for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and virtually nothing Upper Dublin can do about that. That's just right over the heads of the receivers.
Cerisier was in the right spot, went a little bit, and then it bounced pretty. And here we go. O'Sullivan's going to try and run it just to start it out, and we do. And that's a pretty strong run, just getting past the 5-yard line, brought down at about the 6, 2nd and 5.
Yeah, it's a fine start. Just got to get out of that end zone. No safeties right here.
McIntyre was the featured back last year, and he does take the first carry of this season, so that is a good start for the McIntyre fans, who really did. They did a lot of work last year, closing out games, scoring in the red zone. They were a real presence, and O'Sullivan goes back to his run game, and that'll pick up about 2 or 3.
Yeah, something you can look for this year, the connection between DJ Cerisier and Colin O'Sullivan. Colin at quarterback and DJ at wide receiver. DJ is very fast, and Colin has a great arm, so you can look for a lot of deep plays between them.
3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3 here. Again, O'Sullivan under center, full house. A very tight formation Upper Dublin likes. It's back to, I believe, McIntyre once again, and he will push near the 1st down, and they will give it to him.
McIntyre on the carry.
Shane's moving by about a half yard as McIntyre finds that line to gain.
1st and 10, Cardinals.
Yeah, it's a way better start than Kennett had. Even though they're at the 1, they can still push forward, and now they're at just about the 15-yard line, maybe a bit less.
Still no true receiver set. We haven't seen one all night for Upper Dublin as it's back to the run game again. They like it. They're trying to impose their will early. This time it is at a little more fruitful for Kennett. They hold him to about a 1-yard pickup there. They're at the 15. We'll call it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, I mean, why would you change something that's working so well? They've already had about 3 great plays off the run, so why would you go for a pass when obviously Kennett's having a hard time with the running defense right now?
They'll mark him forward a yard. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 15. line to gain the 24. Jumps.
Flags on the field.
And we're jumping all over. Let's determine our first flag of the night.
Penalty is offsides.
Offsides against the Blue Demons. We'll mark it forward. What was second and long is now 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3 for Upper Dublin, potentially their first passing opportunity if they want to take a chance. But no, back to the run game it is. Again, a big run trying to break tackles, and he loses yards. A good pursuit by Kennett. McIntyre is going to lose quite a bit of yardage there and make it 3rd and long.
And as we mentioned earlier, right now we are at Wissahickon High School, but this should be the last game here. The lights seem to be going up at Upper Dublin as we speak, and they should be ready by next Friday.
Nice mark for McIntyre, who's wearing number 7 this year. And O'Sullivan looks for his first pass of the year. That is caught for first down yardage on the little out route out to the 31. That's Griffin Pensabene, his senior target.
Yeah, Colin has such a great football mindset and a great arm here at his offers from the likes of Boston College and Cornell. You can look for him to do some great things this year.
Yeah, that's a good throw on time and on target by O'Sullivan. Pensabene came out of the route early and knew where the sticks were. That's a nice, easy way, pitch and catch, and keep the sticks moving. The sticks now looking at the 39 as the yards gain. They've already picked up a little bit of yardage, and we're back to McIntyre on the left side. He sheds a blocker and cuts it back inside. And looks like the ball may have came out at the end, but no, just a little bit of extracurricular.
Yeah, and so far Upper Dublin's been playing a bit of small ball, no long passes, just some short routes, a lot of runs.
It's
only
a really a lot
passing
of
play.
strong ball when they're running the ball like this. Their blocking schemes have been really nice. They have not looked deep yet, though. You're waiting because you know O'Sullivan can throw that deep ball accurately on target.
Yeah, definitely.
So you really feel Stover trying to probe for some weaknesses. It'll be 2nd and 6 here. It was a nice pickup by McIntyre. Currently, Pensabene sits uncovered. Here comes the defensive back, that is Matt McQueen, on Pensabene. That seems to be the matchup tonight. McIntyre finds a hole, cuts it outside. McIntyre has open field. He's past midfield down at the 45. And the blocking schemes found 2 holes for McIntyre. He ran through both. Nice downfield blocking gives McIntyre about a 20-yard pickup.
And Stover has seemed to found a weakness in their running defense. These teams are not very familiar with each other, so it's very smart for Coach Stover not to come out strong right away, just to kind of analyze first.
Yeah, this is a non-conference game, of course, just to start this game. It is a little bit of a drive from Kennett. Here we go. O'Sullivan really looking in the gun. They look like they're going to throw 2 on each side. O'Sullivan waits. Back to Pensabene, his favorite target. Tackled at the 41 of Kennett. Upper Dublin moving methodically as we are moving quick here in this first quarter, already halfway through.
4-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 6.
Find a stat. Still yet to see a play from Colin to DJ. Obviously a big target for Colin this year.
Weak formation. O'Sullivan, not a great snap, and he falls on the ball. Came a little bit to his left. Ball's still out. We're going to have a pile.
Yeah, and that wasn't a bad snap at all. Probably just a brain fart in the mind of O'Sullivan. Maybe not ready, maybe still.
O'Sullivan's going to have a quick talk about it. It's 3rd down. What was second and medium looked like a nice situation is now 3rd down and 11 after a not great snap. O'Sullivan tries to fall on it. Ball ends up falling backwards a little bit past that original line where McIntyre ran to a few plays ago. 3rd and 11.
Those are the types of plays where as a fan you're like, oh wait, did my team get it? You really just have to hope because you can't see much. Everyone's just on top of the ball.
It is a field position game right now as it is not been a lot of scoring. Here we go. O'Sullivan on 3rd down trying to step up. He'll take it himself. He's past the line again. He gets close and he stretches for it. It's going to depend on the spot.
What a run by O'Sullivan. Any coach loves a quarterback.
They're going to give him first down yardage. O'Sullivan, that was nice defense downfield. That was they sitting in a pretty comfortable zone. And O'Sullivan knows he doesn't have anything, and he just runs with it. That was a very smart play by the senior quarterback. You can't deny that.
And you know the coach's dream is a quarterback who can pass and run. And that's just what O'Sullivan did.
O'Sullivan now getting comfortable in the pocket. They're running him that full house formation with no receivers, a thing of the past. 4 on this play, 3 on the left side. O'Sullivan rolls to his left side and throws it. Tipped up, incomplete. Falls harmlessly to the ground, but it was up there for a second. Deflected at the line.
Yeah, just not really an open target there. Had to force one up the middle and just tip, nothing they could do.
Second and 10 after the incomplete pass. O'Sullivan's first incompletion on the ball game. They are at the 34-yard line. Obviously, you're not thinking about a field goal yet, but they are right on that brink. With Owen Carl, maybe you're a little more confident. They have a new kicker this year. We'll see how they play this if they end up in a long field goal situation. But it is still second down here. 3 receivers, 1 running back, and a tight end. 2 receivers to the left.
Yeah, the
Flags fly.
The difference this year in kickers, Owen Carl last year, you could trust him from maybe the 25, 30-yard line, and that's pretty far for a high school kicker. Austin Pendleton this year hasn't proven himself yet. He was out last year with a torn ACL, and we just have to see what he can do this year before we can trust him.
And Austin is a senior. He's been around this program quite a bit. And we will sort out these flags. It looks like it is a false start, and we're moving back. 2nd and 15 it'll be. Firmly out of field goal range. It has been a long drive for Upper Dublin. They got this ball very quickly in the first quarter. They've already eaten over 6 minutes of clock.
Yeah, and this game so far has been littered with flags. A lot of false starts, a lot of jumps. And also
poor snaps. It has not been a clean start to this football season. Has been entertaining, though. I can't deny that. 3 receivers in the set to the left, 1 to the right. Shotgun. O'Sullivan rolls to the backside. O'Sullivan steps up in the pocket with presence and finds Pensabine. That is a big boy throw, and Pensabine's down at the 4. O'Sullivan rolls to the bunched side, steps up, finds the hole in the zone. Pensabine falls into that soft part, deep in the soft part, and O'Sullivan lofts it over the head, and they're inside the 5. That is a big throw by O'Sullivan. And now Pendleton is warming up his leg for the field goal or perhaps extra point try ensuing, assuming there is no turnover by UD. That is a big play there on 2nd and long from a little past midfield.
And Pensabine has made his presence clear. O'Sullivan's targeted 3, maybe 4 times. You can expect a lot more from him tonight.
O'Sullivan again in the gun. McIntyre in motion. Changed from 21 to 7 this year. It is given up the middle, looking for that touchdown, trying to get him down, and he will not get it. It was Bartlett on the carry there. He will not get there. Minutes to go in this first quarter of play.
Ooh, that's flown by.
Really has up here. It's a beautiful day. Ball is at the 2. Sun is setting here in Wissahickon, Pennsylvania, and we are approaching the end of this first quarter. Pistol formation. Give us back to McIntyre, who started this drive a lot, and he will be stopped at the 1. 3rd down and goal from the 1.
Yeah, and you mentioned the weather. This is the perfect football condition. Obviously, it's an August night, so it's obviously not too hot, probably a strong 75 here. And it's definitely not cold when you get into the later months of the season, late October, November. It can be frigid here in Pennsylvania, and even hard to concentrate on playing the game when you're freezing.
Back in the full house formation with no receivers that they started this drive in. O'Sullivan gives to McIntyre, looks for it, and he's got it. Touchdown, Upper Dublin. Our first score of the season either way will be a touchdown for the Cardinals. 6-0 the score. They did a lot of it on the ground early, and that's what gets them the touchdown. A little passing in between for O'Sullivan. A strong, long, methodical drive to open the season for the Cardinals. They really imposed their will.
Yeah, first drive, first score. That's really what you look for in a team.
Extra point is hitting the upright, and it's no good on the first look. 6-0 Upper Dublin after a long drive. We'll be back after this. Whatever you think. All right, we are back for the kickoff, the same way we started this game for UD.
That's a great start for UD. First drive, first touchdown. You can really hope for great things this year.
Kick is a little deeper than the first, fielded at the 10, and there's a lot of red bodies up the side, and he takes it and falls at this time the 29. And we will get another look at Kaufman and the Kennett offense after an anemic first 3 and out. They'll get another look at the field.
Kennett can really look to get things going this drive. You can't have another 3 and out, and you definitely can't have another botch snap.
Brett Kaufman assumes the shotgun, 2 on each side with a running back. Looks like a cover 1 look for Upper Dublin. And another RPO that's going to perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
He's tackled at the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Second and 10 for the RPO offense that Kaufman and Kennett have really fallen into so far.
Yeah, the defense in Upper Dublin has been on par. 3 and out in the first drive, and a good stop now.
Here we go, second down and 10. Again, the gun, 2 on each side, like we talked about. Tight end scooches in to the backfield. Man in motion. Kaufman gives it to him. He's trying to set the edge, and they will not. That'll be a loss of about 3. It was Jackie Good trying to get the edge set for him. It was never there. Great pursuit by Upper Dublin to stop that 3rd and long.
And I'm pretty sure so far in this game, Kennett has combined for about a loss of 7 yards. That's not the way you want to start the year.
And the way their defense is playing, Upper Dublin has been absolutely dominating them, at least in the trenches. This is everything you've wanted to see out of a first quarter, as we are under a minute to go in it for the Upper Dublin Flying Cardinals. Kaufman again in the gun, 2 on each side once again. This seems to be their base set. Cerisier steps on the outside receiver. Here we go. Rolling to his right is Kaufman. Kaufman throws, looking for his receiver. It's overthrown.
Yeah, I saw that out of the corner of my eye. He was wide open, a shorter throw, and that could have gotten him all the way to the 30, maybe 25.
Josh Barlow falls incomplete. That brings up 4th down for the Blue Demons. 4th and 14.
It's 4th and 14, and it seems to be another punting situation for Kennett.
Yeah, well, Kennett really has to hope for another punt like last time.
And even then, Upper Dublin with a 99-yard drive after as good of a punt as it gets. So the exact way UD wants to start on defense with 2 and outs and a 99-yard drive on offense. And it's a bad snap. It's over his head. He's going to try and get the punt off. He just falls out in on the end zone and is going to take the safety. 8-0 Upper Dublin, and Kennett cannot do anything right to start off this one. It was a 3 and out, picture perfect punt. Now it's a 3 and out, bad snap, safety UD. Upper Dublin atones for the missed extra point, which is about the only negative thing they've done today. And it is 8-0 Cardinals as we approach the end of the first quarter. We will get the punt off shortly after this.
Yeah.
Jake Levine and Braxton Gans back, ready for the last few plays of this first quarter, of which there are 36.4 seconds. And an 8-0 Upper Dublin lead. We will get the punt off.
It's been the same story all game. Botched punts after botched punts for Kennett. We saw 3 in the first drive and just 1 on that punt. You cannot be that happy as a Kennett fan. 4 botched punts in the first quarter.
4 botched snaps. I am mistaken, by the way. At high school level, it is just a kickoff from the 20 instead of a punt from the 20. So it will be Ryan Barker for his third kick or punt of the night. This one is a punt in the college, but it's a kick here, and it is away. Fielded at the 19 and taken up the middle. He's going to get past the 40 on a solid return. Johnson has a big return for UD as we welcome back O'Sullivan and the offensive line and running game that really were that last 99-yard drive. They were defining it.
Yeah, this Kennett kicker definitely is a strong foot. We saw a really good punt in the first part of this quarter, and that's a pretty decent kickoff.
Here we go. O'Sullivan back in the gun. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Gives it back to McIntyre, who gets to the outside. McIntyre trying to cut it up the middle. He'll pick up 1 or 2. Call it 2. Maybe 3 even. Fell forward after the contact there. 2 yards after contact.
Yeah, and it looks like that Upper Dublin's just going to let the clock run out. We have 10 seconds, and yes, they will.
And we're going to be with you for the second quarter. The first quarter, all UD, 8-0 Cardinals, a touchdown and a safety. We'll see you for the second quarter. Upper Dublin under 8-0. Here we go. We're back for the second quarter. We switch sides. Upper Dublin at their own 45. 2nd down and 7 to start. O'Sullivan in the backfield. In the gun. Up 8-0. McIntyre in motion. O'Sullivan takes the snap and rolls left the way McIntyre was looking. O'Sullivan has pocket presence, but he's sacked and loses the ball. O'Sullivan loses it on the way down, and it's Kennett ball. A first quarter that was all Cardinals, and the first play of the second is going to start with a big Kennett break.
And just sloppy football all around. First Kennett drive, 3 botched snaps. First Upper Dublin drive, a botched snap, and then a missed field goal, and then a botched snap on the punt, and now we have a fumble.
So it has certainly been you are right about that, a sloppy game. I mean, it is the first of the season. You do kind of expect that, but it has been exceptionally rough bumping. A lot of flags as well, and Kennett comes up with a big break starting on the brink of field goal range at the 35. And here comes Kaufman, trying to gain some positive yards on a drive here. Maybe get some points on the board, keep them in this one, at least emotionally. No receivers in the set. Kaufman is going to give it off to his running back, Sparacio, and he'll pick up 1. Pick up his 1, and now we have another discussion about the ball coming out. Perhaps it came out after he was down, as there's no signal from the official.
Yeah, Kyrie Butler just emerged from that tackle with the ball.
2nd and 10.
About a half-yard pickup here. Here comes Kennett again.
Still no gain from Kennett. I don't think they've gained a single yard all game.
That is a flag flying. It is a pickup, a first positive pickup. Ian Geyer, the sophomore, with the carry, but there is a flag flying as soon as that ball was snapped.
Yeah, we've also seen about 3 or 4 flags total so far.
Well, yeah, it has been sloppy all around, and here comes the call.
That's what the first game's for. You just got to get all the hiccups out, and you really should be doing that in the scrimmages. But
Upper Dublin goes low.
Block against the defense.
How do you chop block on defense? I guess what he's trying to say is he went low. Yeah, here we go. Personal foul. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's against the offense. That's what I thought. I wasn't sure how Upper Dublin chop blocked. It looked like an illegal block of some sort. It looked like he went low. A chop block is a dangerous play. I was about to say, I don't think Upper Dublin committed a penalty. But it is against Kennett is sorted out. 15-yard penalty for the dangerous chop block. That's how you take out a knee.
And now Kennett's about minus 22 yards all day.
Yeah, if you include penalty yardage for sure. They've racked up penalties and a lot of running plays for negative yardage. It is second and a scary 25 for the Blue Demons after they have lost 15 yards since the big fumble play that now feels like hours ago. That really gave them some momentum. Kaufman in the gun. Here comes the man in motion. Kaufman will take it and roll to his left. Nice pursuit by UD. Steps up trying to run with it, and he will pick up about 4. 3rd and 21 as Kennett will have to pull a rabbit out of the hat to keep this turnover possession alive.
Yeah, so far we've only seen really one long ball attempt on Kennett's behalf, and that was an overthrow. In this situation, you really have to go long and just risk it. Worst case scenario, interception, and Upper Dublin has bad field position.
I agree. I think you have to try and create some separation downfield. You haven't been able to stretch the field at all today, running or throwing the ball. Here we go. Kaufman in the gun once again. Still in that 4-3 defense with only one safety for UD. Man in motion for Kennett, and we have flags again. Perhaps some early movement once again.
This just hasn't been a pleasant game to watch so far. I mean, if you're Upper Dublin, you have to be happy because you are winning 8-0. But just the amount of flags, the amount of botched snaps, it's just not fun to watch.
Delay game, didn't get the ball off in time, as it was pretty close, but the man in motion put them over the edge. Third and an absolutely horrifying 26.
Yeah, like I said earlier, just take the long ball chance. Worst case scenario, Upper Dublin gets the ball at maybe the 20-yard line and has to drive 80 yards downfield. And
they have driven 99 yards, to be fair.
In that case, we're already
man in motion once again. 3-2. They do get it off this time, and that is a scary rush. It's a screen pass for taken down. That could have been a horse collar. He got him up in the neck area, but they will not call it. Upper Dublin may have gotten away with one, as the turnover possession is going to end in a punt for Kennett, and the last punt ended in a safety for Upper Dublin. So anything is possible here with these Blue Demons here tonight.
Well, I'm curious what's going to happen, because so far we've only seen the strong leg of this kicker. I'm curious what to happen. Maybe a touchback. It would be beautiful if they could place one at the 1-yard line.
Another coffin corner, yeah. The punt is handled this time and gotten away pretty cleanly. It will take a bounce, and it is a nice checkup bounce. Nice Kennett bounce, and a flag flies. Perhaps some illegal activity on the gunner. Stopped at about the 11, so a fine punt.
At the 10-yard line, there is a flag on the field.
They'll mark it at the 11. Let's hear from the flag.
Possibly an illegal block. My mind immediately goes to an illegal block, especially at that field position.
All right, here we go. It was some illegal activity trying to get the block downfield. Illegal block on the back, I believe, was the call. So Upper Dublin will start at the 5 instead of the 10.
And this hasn't been a problem from Upper Dublin so far. They started at the 1 and they were easily able to get downfield.
First and 10. Sorry, they half the distance to the goal line. Start at the 5.
The illegal block in the back. Upper Dublin will start at the 5. That is what it looked like after the ball hit the floor. Again, no receiver set. Full house for Upper Dublin with the tight end. O'Sullivan gives it, fakes the give. Has an open to feet Bartlett, who can't get his footing right, but he does pick up a big 6 yards. Gets them out of the shadow of their own goal line.
You know, I think that is a beautifully designed play. Kennett was definitely expecting a rush, and O'Sullivan was easily able to evade them outside and get a receiver.
I'm not going to lie, it fooled me too. If Bartlett gets his feet set, that could have been a big pickup, a small mistake that isn't going to show up on the stat sheet or even in the film room, but it was a big moment right there.
This is
big 2nd and 4 here for Upper Dublin. Again,
this
back in
looks
that
like
full
about the
house.
Same design play.
Back
except now
to
it's a run.
Bartlett. Bartlett pushes the pile, looking for first down yardage. He won't get it, 3rd and 1.
What's really helped Upper Dublin so far is the RPO option. Kennett definitely hasn't been able to stop the run so far, but there is always that option downfield with Pensabine or Cerise here.
Upper Dublin's offense has been extremely well-rounded today. They are run first, but you have to say they have extended the ball downfield when they've had to.
Yeah, I'm just waiting to see the first time O'Sullivan throws a deep ball 40, 50 yards
O'Sullivan
downfield.
gives it back to McIntyre, who sheds everyone, then turns on the Jets, makes a few men miss out to the 28. Under 8 minutes to go in the first half as McIntyre picks up a big first down and Upper Dublin's on the move once again. A little bit of substitution here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, once again, I am just very excited. The first time that O'Sullivan airs it out, I'm really expecting it to be a beautiful play.
O'Sullivan in the gun. 2 on each side for him. Looks like Kennett shows blitz and they bring it. Gets the ball out early to Cerise, who can't bring it in. That was his first target. O'Sullivan had to get rid of the ball about a half second earlier than he wanted
Saw
to.
that number 4 was coming soon. That was scary in O'Sullivan's case. He has to get rid of the ball. And a smart job. Cerise was decently open. I feel like he could have got maybe 2-3 yards out of that instead of a loss of 3.
Yeah, just an early pass there. He had to get it out. The blitz was strong for Kennett, and they win that down, 2nd and 10. O'Sullivan back in the gun, 2 on each side for him in the receiver room.
Yeah, very few times have we seen multiple wideouts.
O'Sullivan's looking left, tries to thread it in there to Griffin Pensabine, and he does. And that's a big pickup. He was looking for the slot man, and then he really looked off that linebacker beautifully, brought him just in enough, and Pensabine had the separation on the corner. That wasn't the issue. He looked off the linebacker beautifully and fit that ball in there. And now Upper Dublin's running quickly. Again, still in the gun for O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan slows it up.
Upper Dublin is running quickly. There is about 7 minutes left in this quarter.
And he throws that high, looking for Cerise, big blitz.
Yeah, as I was saying, Upper Dublin is running the ball quickly. There's about 7 minutes left. Upper Dublin, best case scenario, can score here with about 5.5 minutes left, maybe 5 minutes, and then get the ball back for maybe one last play, a field goal.
Six minute 53 second to.
I'll just stick behind the stage.
6 minute 53 seconds to go here in this first half.
Once again, Cerise is lined up with multiple wideouts.
5-4 clock ticking here. Again, Kennett shows blitz. Snapped it 2. Gets it out. Has his man. There we go. Upper Dublin. Touchdown. No one was guarding him, and O'Sullivan saw it.
14-0 Upper Dublin in the first half, and this is their best case scenario. Kennett will get the ball, and as will happen before, Upper Dublin will hopefully and most likely get the ball back based on what we've seen for another chance.
It was senior Dan Johnson, and no one was on him, if we're being honest. O'Sullivan snapped it as soon as he saw it, and Dan Johnson was off to the races. Here we go for another extra point try for Pendleton.
first one was missed.
First one was missed off the upright. This one comes in and is no good. This one was left. First one was right. This one was left. Pendleton now 0 for 2 on extra points. Score reads a weirdly normal 14-0, however, because of the Upper Dublin safety.
Yeah, very
so
sloppy game.
for those of you counting at home, you can get rid of the safety and count those 2 extra points in for simplicity. 14-0 UD. Here we go for the kickoff. After the touchdown, 14-0 UD. Upper Dublin up 14-0, 6:46 to go in this long second quarter after what was a breezy first quarter that was mostly on that 99-yard drive by UD.
Oh, yeah.
That's a nice kick, and it is fielded at pretty deep. Taken out and hit at about the 20 and brought down past the 25, call it the 30.
Last 2 drives, Kennett has not been able to put together any positive yardage. They really have to change that right here, or else Upper Dublin will get the ball back.
To start the second half,
Yeah.
right. This feels like a big moment in the game. It feels like Kennett needs to have some points on the board, something to talk about going into the locker room,
Yeah.
because it has been all UD to start this one.
Yeah, Upper Dublin best case scenario right here. You get the ball back, maybe a fumble. Short punt
Try
return.
and steal a possession,
score.
get one to start the first half.
You get a
and when-
21-0 going into the second half. Where you get ball?
Big run by Sparacio, who gets a corner and makes a man miss. He's got first down yardage.
Yeah, he was stripped clean there in the football, but luckily it went out of bounds.
Spotted at the 42.
And they will get a first down. First and 10.
Here we go, UD giving up their first down of the night, if I'm not mistaken.
Funny thing is, though, Kennett is still at a loss of yards.
That was a 17-yard carry. You're getting pretty close back to 0, however. Here we go. No receivers in the set for Kennett, and it's a give back to Sparaciano. Only thing that's really been working today for them, and he is stopped at the line of scrimmage. 42, start 42, and 2nd and 10.
Anything that's been working, that was the only thing that's been working up until this point.
2nd and 9 for the Blue Demons.
They'll mark him forward a yard. Call it 2nd and 9 at the 42. The chains put it at the 41, so the ball at the 42 means it's 2nd and 9. Here we go, 2nd down. Sparaciano takes the direct snap out of the Wildcat and loses yards once again.
Same story all night.
Hadn't seen the Wildcat yet before this one, but it has been like a lot of running plays tonight for Kennett. A loss of yardage, 3rd down and 10.
And I'm not going to lie, this is UD Media, and we are Upper Dublin fans here, so we are very pleased with what we have seen so far.
Braxton letting his inner Upper Dublin bias show a little bit there. Here we go. 3rd down and 10, under 6 to play in the half. No receivers again in the set for Kennett. Kaufman under center. Kaufman looks deep. Kaufman's trying to find anything. He's got nothing. He takes it himself, steps forward, has about 2, 4th and 8. Nothing really doing there. Only 1 first down all night for the Kennett Blue Demons.
And you know what? I did see number 33 downfield, maybe about the 40-yard line, and he was cutting towards the right hash, and the defender was behind him. So a throw in that case could have been a big gain of yards.
Here we go with another punt for Ryan Barker. And what has been a slow first half.
First quarter flew by, and this quarter
flew by,
slow.
and this has just been fumbles and safeties, and oh my. This time the punt is away just fine. Let bounce, checks up, takes a UD bounce actually. And it'll be down to about the 22, 21, call it at the 21. Call it the 20. Put it at the big line on the field. UD 11, 80-yard drive when we come back.
Welcome back to some Upper Dublin football. We have about 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter in the first half. Upper Dublin has the ball at about the 20-yard line. We have a 14-0 game. Sloppy football all around so far.
All right, here we go. O'Sullivan rolls right, gets it to Cerise for his first completion of this season. First reception, I should say. That's an 8-yard pickup, 9-yard pickup. 2nd down and 1 for the Cardinals. Moving right along here.
Only second target to Cerise here. The first one was in a fleeing attempt to get rid of the ball after being chased down on a blitz, and that was dropped.
2nd and 1, potentially a shot opportunity for Upper Dublin.
Yeah, the clock is stopped at 4:29. This is what you do in practice. You practice getting the ball downfield and quickly.
On a 2nd and short, because you still do have 3rd and 1, which you feel like you can pick up, at least on everything we've seen today. Give us to McIntyre, however, and he does pick it up. McIntyre picks it up and more. Pushes through contact down at the 44. 15-yard pickup for a fast runner, and Nafis McIntyre, a one-cut back, really finds that hole and goes for it.
And I'm pretty sure Upper Dublin used their first timeout right there. Best case scenario, long ball here. They could get the ball back for a field goal. And no, they did not use the timeout, but they still do
I don't know what you're talking about. That was not a timeout.
The clock was stopped.
The clock was stopped because they were resetting the ball, Braxton.
It was a brave part. Best case scenario, though, they only use 1 in this drive, get that back. Maybe about 30 seconds left on the clock, drive downfield.
O'Sullivan back to McIntyre. Again, 1 cut. Loses yards this time, though. He's tripped up at the 43.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Here we go.
As soon as the ball is placed.
Here we go, 2nd down and 12, 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11, we'll call it. Clock moving, about 3 minutes to go here in this first half. O'Sullivan takes the snap in the strong formation, gives it this time to his running back. That's the first carry of the night for, Payon. First carry of the night for Payon. That's might have changed his number last year, but that is Payon for his first look of the night.
Payon's a sophomore this year. As a freshman last year, he did get a couple of varsity starts, and he did surprisingly well.
Yeah, he seems to be a nice player, that Brett Stover. So what Brett Stover does, when he gets into these games that he feels like he's going to win, he gets into his freshman pool and sees who he feels like he can be on his varsity team in the future. 3rd and 9, 2 minutes, 40 seconds to go in this first half. O'Sullivan switching up at the line of scrimmage, and here we go. Takes the snap, starts left, looks right, flag, blows it dead. They blow it dead on the flag, false start.
And as
3rd and 14.
As you said, getting players into the game. Hopefully Stover gets our very own Eric Berman into the game. He's playing wide receiver for the Upper Dublin Cardinals this year.
Is a sophomore.
He's also on our broadcasting crew.
We'll bring up 3rd and 13.
Here we go, 3rd down and 14 to go. Clock's moving. Big look for the pickup here, trying to ice this out before they maybe get some points before the quarter's over. Here we go, O'Sullivan looks left, steps to his left, and he's brought down for the sack.
That is the first big-time defensive play all night.
Other than the fumble, to
Other
be
than the
fair.
fumble, which was recovered by Upper Dublin. Other than
no, it was
other
recovered by
one.
Kennett.
There's 2 fumbles.
The two plays for Kennett rather, defensively have both been sacks. So that's really the one bright spot for them so far. They have had some pressure blitzing.
Although I know it may seem odd, but I think that play was way bigger than the fumble recovery, because that fumble recovery just ended in another punt and no score.
No score for UD. That
could've
really stopped the drive.
That could have really stopped Upper Dublin from scoring. Now we're on to the 2-minute drill for Upper Dublin.
Or for Kennett, rather. First punt of the night for UD. It is a fine snap, and it's not a great punt. It is going to take a UD bounce, however, past the 20, stop it at the 16, maybe the 17. Stopped at the 17. 1:20 to go for Kennett in the first half, down 14. We'll be back after this. Here we go, 1st and 10 on the 2-minute drill for Kennett, trying to get some points before the break. Kaufman rolls to his right and gets it out, a little overthrown for his receiver. Incomplete, 2nd down. Jackie Good was just out of reach there. And we're going to reset the ball for 2nd down. Big huddle here as the clock stops. This might be their chance to put in a few plays for the 2-minute drill. And here we go. Kaufman in the gun, 3 to the right. Kaufman gives it off to his back there, who plows forward for a few yards, but there is a timeout. Timeout by UD. That's odd.
I think about it. It's 2nd and 10. You have about a minute left, minute 10. You get one more play, and in about 10 seconds, you got a minute left. What can you do now? They punt, hopefully a botched punt. You still got timeouts to waste if you're UD, and you can get that for a field goal or maybe a long ball downfield.
I don't know. This feels a little risque. I don't know. They're getting the ball to start the 2nd half. I would take my 14-point lead and shut up going into the locker room and feel like I've accomplished a big victory here in this first half.
Here's the thing, though. It's 3rd and 10, 1 minute, 10 seconds. Kennett has not been moving the ball forward well all night. I really doubt that in this situation they're going to move the ball forward about 75 yards.
Yeah, no, that's fair. There's a chance to get the ball back and do something here if you're Upper Dublin.
When you're up 14-0, why not risk it?
Yeah. Risk it all, like my good friend. Third down. 3rd and 5 after the pickup of 5. Empty backfield for Kaufman. No one's on the slot receiver on the left, trying to switch on over to him. Here we go. Stepping forward, and he gets it incomplete.
This is exactly what I was talking about. Look at this. 4-second play. Now you have a 4th and 5. Now they're going to punt. What are you going to get at? Maybe the 30, 25-yard line, long ball downfield. You still have about 30 seconds left on the clock.
Minute 6, and here comes the punt for Kennett. Here we go with the punt. Minute 6 to go here, and the punt is away just fine. And it is fielded at about the 32. It's taken. up the left side. He's got speed. Out at the 43.
That's an even better start than I imagined. 53 seconds with a strong arm of Colin O'Sullivan, and you're at the 45-yard line.
It's Nicholas Freeman there on the return.
Ooh, we have a flag.
This one should be coming back. And it will be. Cardinals walking backwards, past midfield, and O'Sullivan trots out with 54 seconds to play in the half.
Still,
Another flag here in a sloppy first half.
in my opinion, that does not affect Upper Dublin much. You still have a far
It
way to
doesn't.
go.
No, it does not.
And you're still, Upper Dublin, in my opinion, was probably going to go with the passing play anyway. It'll be ill-advised if they go with the running play with only 53 seconds. If I'm Upper Dublin, I know you're still up 14-0, but I'm trying to go to the locker room 21-0.
Or even 17-0.
17 is fine. Just got to keep adding. You can't let the momentum stop.
Here we go. First down here, rolling to his right, 3 men to the right, and O'Sullivan steps up, looks for his man. He's got him on the sideline. Did he bring it in?
No, I don't think he did.
Incomplete. It was juggled by Cerisi, not by yes, by Cerisi. What am I saying? Not brought in. Second and 10 here for Upper Dublin, 14-0. Second and 10. 48 seconds to go in the half. O'Sullivan takes it, big pressure again, and he gets his screen pass off for Bartlett. Bartlett pushes forward for first down yardage and more, out to about the 42, pushing forward maybe the 40.
Great
Call
play.
it the 41.
Keep the ball in the air. I personally do not like the run plays when you can have much more fun watching the passing plays.
Here we go again. Quick offense here for O'Sullivan, and a flag flies again. A lot of flags in
Nobody
this
was
one.
even set. We still have 40. We still have 20 seconds.
First and 15 after another penalty pre-snap for the Cardinals. Here we go. O'Sullivan takes the snap. Looks left. He has left, and it is incomplete. Good defense there.
Just the
30 seconds.
Purely physical play. Just have to get your hand in there and knock that down.
Second and 15 here from the 46. Upper Dublin pushing for maybe 3 points before the halfbacks get their kicker a made kick before we go into the break. If CJ were here, he'd be talking about how much Upper Dublin's missing Owen Carl, wouldn't he?
CJ would be saying some weird stuff. We have a list of weird quotes.
All right,
that CJ said.
O'Sullivan pulls right, and that is low, looking for Cerisier, and brought down comfortably. Good pressure again for Kennett. Kennett struggled a lot today, but that has been the thing that they have been consistent with. They have gotten nice pressure on Colin O'Sullivan.
Yeah, here at the Upper Dublin Broadcasting Club, we have a 3-page list of CJ's best quotes.
We really do, and they're quite good. And I hope he'll be here for a few football games, so you could join us he'll join us for a few football games
That's
this
not a
year.
lie, too. We have it's on my phone and my text messages
On
from
my
daycare.
phones?
Yeah. One of my favorite quotes. Last season's football. Time to put the oven in the slow cooker and just wait. That's the best one.
I mean, that's how I feel right now. We've been waiting in the second quarter for quite a while here. We're approaching its end. O'Sullivan rolls to his right. A lot of pressure again. Gets the ball out just before he's sacked, but he has Pensabine open. He had Pensabine open. The defense quit on the play. out at the 3-2-yard line. The linebacker quit on the play. They thought O'Sullivan was done. O'Sullivan, pressure in his face, delivers the ball to Pensabine, has the awareness to see they quit on the play. And 15.9 seconds, the ball's on the 4. It's first and goal from the 4, and everything has changed. A dramatic second quarter indeed.
And you know what? I'm going to pull a CJ here. If I were the Kennett fans, I would just turn my back to the game right now.
That is something he would say. Let's not be quoting CJ around here. We'll wait for him to come back into the broadcast booth.
Oh, that'll be a fun day.
15.9 seconds. Upper Dublin is going to take a timeout to try and situate how they want to play these last 15.9 seconds of play. We'll be back for him after this. Here we go. First down and 5. They spot the ball at the 5 after some review. First and goal, 15.9 seconds. Upper Dublin's going to have some thoughts on how to play. Maybe get a few points here before the quarter breaks. Going to the locker room. They will get the ball to start the second half as well. O'Sullivan's going to take it, rolls to his left, looking, fires in there. That is caught. Touchdown. Griffin Pensabine has the touchdown. And it is all UD, 20-0.
So far, in my opinion, I have 2 MVPs in this game. The Upper Dublin defense and Griffin Pensabine.
Especially that front 7 of the Upper Dublin defense, they've really pushed the ball in the running game, in the passing game. Austin Pendleton 0 for 2 on extra points tonight. Let's see how he does with this one. Missed one right, missed one left, and this one got blocked potentially. Yeah, that one got blocked. That one got tipped to the line. 20-0 over 3 on extra points. Kennett, what can we say Upper Dublin's done right? Running game, Colin O'Sullivan,
here's my
and the defensive front 7.
First quarter, all about the runs for Upper Dublin. The defense did a lockdown job, and the Upper Dublin just ran it downfield, no problem.
Especially Colin O'Sullivan. He's had some serious presence tonight.
This quarter, it's all been about Pensabine. Pensabine with the corner routes, Pensabine with that touchdown, Pensabine MVP on the offensive side, and the D-line MVP on the defensive side.
Let's talk about Kennett. They've done a good job rushing O'Sullivan. You got to give them that. And then special teams, outside of that safety, they've done a pretty good job on special teams. Upper Dublin has not made an extra point yet. They've had a really nice punt. They've had a few really nice punts. There was that coffin corner one that went out at the 1. But other than that, I think, other than that safety, Kennett's really won the special teams battle. But that really speaks more to the snapping that Kennett has had a trouble with today.
Only one fault on that, and that's the botched snap on the one punt.
But honestly, they've been botching snaps on offense as well.
Honestly, that's pretty much every single part of the game today has had a mistake. Offense, defense, special teams.
Kennett's got to clean it up.
Both teams have to clean it up.
I mean, Upper Dublin's had quite a few penalties. They have not been perfect tonight. No, do not question that. Although the scoreboard does read 20-0, they have not been perfect tonight.
Hey, mark my words. I mean, Upper Dublin, they've done an amazing job so far, but still, they need to clean it up with the penalties. That would not fly in a closer game.
That's the half. Upper Dublin winning 20-0. It has been sloppy ball. Again, Upper Dublin up 20-0. We're here at Wissahickon High School, and we'll be back after halftime. As CJ would say, and I'm going to say it for him, grab your popcorn, go to the bathroom. We'll be back in 10 minutes. And we are back for the third quarter. Upper Dublin leading Kennett 20-0. Upper Dublin had a pretty strong first half. It was a little messy on both sides, but Upper Dublin came out ahead. 3 big touchdown drives and a safety is what did it. 0 for 3 on the extra points, the only negative spot for UD. Kennett, for their part, they've struggled a lot offensively. Defensively, they have done an okay job rushing the passer, but not a lot good to say about the Blue Demons in Braxton. What are you expecting out of this second half?
I'm just expecting a lot of the same. Upper Dublin just keep pounding the ball downfield, and I'm just expecting the defense of Upper Dublin to come out strong again. And you know what? I don't know what I'm enjoying more. The Sour Patch Kids in my hand or Upper Dublin winning 20-0.
You did not just say that, did you?
I did.
We might need to start a Braxton quote board. Well, it might taste like Sour Patch Kids for these Upper Dublin fans. Thank you, Braxton. But they're going to get the ball to start the second half, up 20 points. Really going to try and probably run the ball. That's something they did a lot in the first half. They established the ground game. Probably going to see more of that in the second half in this first game of the season. A lot of penalties. Maybe they'll clean that up a little bit. We're going to hope for a shorter third and fourth quarter than that second quarter, which took hours, if we're being honest.
And I just realized how true that Sour Patch Kids comparison to the Upper Dublin team is. Upper Dublin, they are sour on the end, that they're getting a lot of penalties, but they're sweet on the end that they're up 20-0. That was a terrible analogy and cheesy, but I think it works.
Okay, Braxton needs a quote board, and apparently I need to go back and watch the footage to make sure I get the quote exactly right. Here we go for UD. Colin O'Sullivan checking in for the first drive of the second half.
Cardinals will begin 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Touchback spots the ball at the 20. Starting the gun. Give is off to McIntyre to start the drive, and McIntyre gets a
another flag.
Probably going to be holding. But he's breaking off a pretty big run. Another flag.
That's the sour part of the game. But that run was sweet.
Braxton, please stop.
What can I say? I love Sour Patch Kids.
So do I. I don't talk about it.
Hey, some people don't like them, and that's okay. But I don't know if they're going to be on the winning side of things tonight.
All right, here we go. Back it up after the holding penalty. 1st down and 20.
A lot of penalties tonight, just too much. Hasn't been very enjoyable with this many penalties.
Here we go for 1st and 20 after the first play of the second half was a holding penalty against the Cardinals.
You know, it just sucks. That run was so nice. I just wish that there was no penalty on that, because I don't think that penalty would have changed much either way.
I think it would have. The hole there opened up when he held them. When they break off a run that big with a hole that big and the flag flies, you already know what it's going to be.
And you are right, though, because the D-line of Kennett has been pretty good tonight. They've had a couple opportunities.
They stopped the
on
run game.
O'Sullivan.
They've done okay.
They've definitely
done better rushing the passer for sure.
They've tightened up since the first quarter, for sure.
Here we go. O'Sullivan in the gun again. 3 to the right. Gives it off to McIntyre. 1 cut back. Who makes another one? 10-yard pickup. 2nd and 10. Big pickup.
Right about to the same spot that he would have been without the penalty.
Clock is going to start to move here after the penalty. Running clock here, and there is no rush for Upper Dublin to snap this ball up 3 scores.
No, you know what? Take your time. Don't let Kennett get the ball until with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
O'Sullivan in the gun again, 3 to the right again, gives it off to McIntyre again, who again makes a man miss, and it's again a 7+ yard gain out to
McIntyre
the
with
27, 3rd and 3.
And now the first half was all about Pensabine. Now it's starting to turn out to be all about McIntyre.
It really started with McIntyre on that 99-yard drive to start the game. Then we kind of moved to the passing game. McIntyre and Pensabine and O'Sullivan seeming to be the three-headed monster that Upper Dublin really wants to lead with this season.
It's all been about what Stover sees as the weaknesses in Kennett's defense. At first, he saw some loopholes in their running game.
Back to McIntyre again, and he'll be short. Call it 4th and 1, and it's decision time for Upper Dublin. Braxton, what would you do in this kind of a situation?
Now only 2 yards to go. Give it to McIntyre. I like to risk it all. Give it to McIntyre.
That's right, risk it all. That's what I like to hear around here. Give one up for my boy Eric, not Berman, a different Eric. Different Eric B, actually. You could put it together.
Give it to McIntyre. Come on, that's all you need.
Back to McIntyre. No pickup. Flags fly.
Was that a flag? No, I think that was the scrimmage marker. No
That was
flag.
not a flag. That was a turnover marker. So the Blue Demons have some life here. Every time I want to say Demon Deacons of Wake Forest, but I know that's not right. So
I want to say Blue Devils.
I know. It's either Blue
Demons?
Devils or
Yeah.
Demon Deacons, stealing from Duke and Wake Forest around here, but it's the Blue Demons.
Both teams, not so good at football programs. Kennett obviously not doing so good today.
They certainly have the Duke colors, but the black makes it feel a little Wake Foresty. I don't know.
actually really like their
It's somewhere in
uniforms.
between Duke and Wake Forest. That's
Those-
all you need
those
to know.
Black helmets are just really nice.
So that was a 2-minute drive, and Kennett's going to start within field goal range, maybe to score for the first time today, although I don't think a field
Oh
goal
my
would do
God,
much.
here
And
we go
another
again.
flag.
It's like Groundhog's Day out here. Every single play's a penalty.
That's a 5-yard penalty. And it is taking some time. Here we go, first down and 15, excuse me, no loss of down there. No wide receivers in the formation for Kennett. And it's back a handoff to Sparcerino, and he will not pick up anything there.
It's deja vu from the first half. Just Dublin locking down that Kennett running game.
I think that's what you meant to say when you said Groundhog's Day, deja vu.
I actually did Groundhog's Day. I really like that movie.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I don't have a problem with that movie. Second and 14. Here we go, second down. Kaufman in the backfield, man in motion. And it is back to Sparcerino, and it is, again, a great stop. The Upper Dublin defensive line. It's been McIntyre, Pensabine, and the UD defensive line that have been the story of today, and that's the reason UD is currently up 20, and they've really dominated this game. We've got a car horn going up. Let's hope somebody figures that out, because it's definitely cutting into our broadcast.
One more time.
Here we go. The car horn is loud, but we're fine. Kaufman rolls to the right on third down. Steps up deep. Could this be a big look? Broken up. Good defense by Upper Dublin. I believe that was...
Let's go UD.
Yeah,
That's a great
that was a
play.
great play. Got his head around and everything. Did that the right way,
Ooh.
and the player's still
Bit of an
down.
injury.
And we're gonna
right
cut
back.
away from this, as we'll be right back after this. Dominic Payone there. Good defense. he is able to get off on his own power here. It will be 4th down for Kennett as they decide what to do. And you really don't like to see a player go down first game of the season. Just not great in general. But able to walk off on his own power.
No, also when you have some young and promising players that get hurt, that can just really fold your plan for the season. I mean, whoa, this is a 50-yard
It's going to be a 50-yard field goal look for Barker standing right at the 40.
He has had some good kickoffs and punts.
Trying to get on the board for the first time tonight. It'd be a long high school field goal from 50. It'd honestly be a long college or NFL field goal. There was a flag on the field.
Just
it
short,
was
though.
No good. He did not have the leg.
It was a bit of a low snap, though. A bit of a fumbled snap.
Let's see if the flag could give him a little more distance.
Let's see if they'll still go for it, though, if they get back to the 45, and they are.
All right, it's against the Blue Demons of Kennett, so especially after not getting there that time, I doubt they'll go for another field goal. And yeah, it looks like they're checking into a punt formation.
I would not be surprised though if that kicker made it. He has had some very strong punts, some very strong kickoffs. It wouldn't stretch my mind too far to see him make that field goal.
If there was a kicker at the high school level we've seen to make it, it looks like it would have been this Barker kid. Maybe other than Owen Carl, but
TJ would definitely be saying Owen Carl would have made that.
Here comes the punt from Barker. It is high. It is fine. And it is stopping. Takes a little bit of a UD bounce and stopped at the 19. We'll be back after a short break.
And we're back with third quarter action of Upper Dublin football. Upper Dublin has the ball at the 20-yard line after the punt attempt.
Here we go, rolling, and O'Sullivan's going to take it himself and get out of bounds. He'll absorb a late hit. That's going to be a flag every single time. You can't hit a quarterback like that when he's trying to get out of bounds.
A light hit such as that was barely a mere little shove. That's still going to give him a couple extra yards.
Especially when it's a quarterback. He's obviously given himself up. You had plenty of time to slow up. You can't hit him like that.
And you know what I'm thinking too? In that case, he's already going out of bounds. That's just out of that's an act of bad sportsmanship. Because what are you trying to do? Make him fumble? He'll just fumble out of bounds because he's already going out of bounds.
Especially when the game's 20-0 like this. There's no need for that extra energy.
It's the first game of the season. You don't need to take out somebody's star player.
Here we go with O'Sullivan. Strong formation for him. Fine snap. McIntyre is going to break a tackle and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and as of recent, Kennett has had some really good running stops. They've really locked down since that first 99-yard drive.
Second down. Second and 10, UD.
And the fans are making a lot of
O'Sullivan in the gun, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. O'Sullivan looks right, finds his man Cerisier, first down yardage.
That was a really
tough
hard
hit.
What is going on here?
Cerisier not so quick to get up. Taking a minute, wait for his teammate. Oh, and he goes back now. We're going to leave this alone for a minute. Cerisier waiting for someone to bring him up. He'll stay down, and I guess we'll come through the injury timeout, Braxton. This third quarter, we have we're about halfway through ish, and
we have another player down too, so we're gonna pull away from this scene.
Yeah, this is a multiple. That was a hard collision. We're gonna go to the scoreboard and wait for a minute here. 2 players down.
We'll be right
one
back.
on each team. It was the St. Kennett player who was injured earlier, but thankfully both Cerisia and the Kennett player are again up on their own power. It was just a hard collision. I think they got the wind knocked out of them. But it is a first down for UD, 1st and 10.
Cerisia limped off on his own ability. He looked a bit shaky, but hopefully he's going to be
Yeah,
okay.
that was a tough hit.
That was a really hard hit.
That's the kind of hit that leaves a bruise the next morning.
Yeah.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the Kennett 39. Moving along here on another methodical drive for Upper Dublin, which has really been the story of this game. Running the ball, throwing the ball short. They've done a great job. O'Sullivan gives it back to McIntyre, who tries to get to the outside. He's going to make a man miss and lose a lot of yardage there.
On the carry,
I think I inadvertently said 39 before. They started that play at the 44. Loss of 6, 2nd down.
the 2nd and 13.
And I'm just going to give a shout out to Matt McQueen. He's been on the defensive line all day, number 4 for Kennett. He's done a great job so far of evading the O-line and just putting a lot of pressure on.
Again, we've
Sullivan.
really said that is one of the bright spots today here for Kennett. Their defensive line has a lot to take away, especially tackles for loss and sacks and all of that good stuff. 2nd down, O'Sullivan looks right, finds McIntyre, but it is had him open, but knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Again, that defensive line for Kennett has settled in pretty nicely here today. 3rd down. 3rd down and about 14 to go.
What number was their kicker? Upper Dublin looking in their really first tough spot of the day, or at least in a while, 3rd and 14.
At least since the first quarter, since that 99-yard drive when
Yeah.
they had the 3rd down conversion. O'Sullivan takes it, looks right, looks deep,
Oh.
has his
Oh.
man
Wide open. That's the play that-
McIntyre knew he had it.
That's just the play that you wish you had back.
That's something you want back. In October, November, that's completed. Here in August, it's still early. Really had the feel of a little bit of a preseason game with the way these penalties are. A lot of learning to do for Kennett and Upper Dublin. For their credit, they are up 20, but they have been far from perfect here tonight.
Both teams have been far from perfect, but obviously the team that has made less mistakes so far has been Upper Dublin.
And that for sure, they've done a lot right, and their offense has been methodical when they've needed to be. That punt is away, and it is fielded and muffed. And we have a scramble for the football.
Yeah.
And it looks like Upper Dublin's on it.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to take it in. They'll mark that a touchdown. They were never touchdown. Muffed by Kennett. Upper Dublin takes it.
And I could just not hold in my happiness there. That is just a great play, a great punt.
To be honest, it kind of caught me sleeping. I was expecting him to kind of just fall on the ball, but no.
I kind of got scared for a second because I saw 2 blockers run up, and they were very close.
Dropped, fell on it, and then fell on it, and then Upper Dublin was able to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Caught me sleeping for sure, but the muffed punt turns into 6 points quickly after Upper Dublin had one of their first real negative drives of the game.
We have a timeout of some sorts or a substitution.
Perhaps they're considering going for 2 after 3 missed extra points today. Considering a different kicker, we'll see.
In my opinion, the third kick actually was not Austin Pendleton's fault.
I agree.
That was a blocked punt. That there's nothing you can do on that. The first 2, obviously the first one a bit shaky. The second,
Wait, hold on. So,
Advance the punt.
okay, so we're having a discrepancy here between college, NFL, and high school rules. In high school, after the fumble, it's a dead ball, so there's no touchdown. The scoreboard should read 20-0, which is what I thought had happened. And then they called a touchdown, which is why I think I was caught napping. And here we go. Okay, McIntyre's going to take it up 20-0 on first down. The scoreboard reads 28-0, 4th and 14. That is all wrong, folks. The clock is the only thing that's right on that scoreboard. We're sorting everything out around here after the first down play is a loss of a yard. And we're under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter.
You know, I find that rule kind of silly. There's really no need. That should have been a touchdown in my eyes. Just a beautiful play on Upper Dublin's part.
Either way, the muffed punt is a big miss for Kennett.
Definitely.
Here we go. O'Sullivan takes the snap. There's a little bit of a pressure again. He steps up. O'Sullivan takes it himself for a little pickup.
And you know what's weird? After all these years of watching high school football, and even the coaches and the players,
and even the officials.
Yeah, they've been around forever. Stover has been around for probably 20-ish years, maybe over, and he had no clue to that rule. You just learn something new every single day.
Yep.
I mean, last year during the playoffs, final game against PW, there's a big discrepancy.
Nobody knew how the overtime was supposed to go. I'll tell you, I was on the call that night. Nobody knew how that overtime was supposed to work.
After how many years of all these people playing, the refs reffing, and the coaches coaching,
nobody knew what was going to happen.
Yeah, nobody knew. Same thing here.
Here we go. Third down, and we'll call it 11. O'Sullivan, not a great snap, but he gets the ball out, incomplete, and it looks like it'll have to be a field goal as the Kennett defense does hold up on the goal line.
You know what I'm going to say? Go for it here, Upper Dublin. I mean, no disrespect, but Austin Pendleton has not had the best of days, and I would love to give him one more chance, but when you're up 20-0, just go for it.
I say give him a go because you want to have something positive for him to take away from his day.
I say go for it and then let him he'll get the extra point. Think about it.
Fair. So it will be a field goal try, taking my advice, not Braxton's. Smile for the camera, Jake. No, here we go. Pendleton lines up to make his first kick of the year, 0 for 3 on extra points today. No field goal attempts. This is his first. And we have flags flying all over the place again. Early movement. Did not get the snap off.
Yep, a delay of game indeed.
Cardinals back it up 5.
What was a minute ago a 27-yard field goal is now about a 32-yard field goal in that ballpark. Or 31, no, call it a 31-yard attempt.
I mean, still
for Austin Pendleton.
Not as far as a 50-yard attempt, which we saw almost attempted earlier.
And this kick is up, and it is trailing, and it is good. Pendleton makes it to cap off the muffed punt. Upper Dublin could have had 6. They'll settle for 3, and Austin Pendleton has his first points of the season. And we have another break, under 5 to go in the third. 23-0 UD. Here we go.
For the Cardinals, Sparacino and the Grill back to receive.
Kick off for Pendleton is away. Pretty low.
Whip kick.
That's a live ball.
Oh, great punt. Or great kick.
Taken in. And Coffin cornered. Oh, he makes a man miss. And he makes another miss. Got through, it looked like a sea of red all the way out to the 47. a big return that gives Kennett something to latch onto here in the third quarter with not a lot going right.
Yeah, Upper Dublin just has to come back after that. Just keep doing what they've been doing all day, stopping the run game. Still, I'm not really sure if there has been a positive gain on yards, but obviously not a big push yet. And we'll move away from this scene right now. We have a man down. We'll be back in a minute.
Oh, no, never mind. We are back for some Kennett offense. Trying to get some score here before the end of the quarter, and that is not the way to do it. The Upper Dublin defensive line. Aggressive. That's the
Same thing
word.
all day, yeah. Same thing all day.
Really, that was defining them last season, that aggressive style of defense, and it's carried forward into this season. Aggressive, aggressive, aggressive is the name of the game for the UD defense.
Definitely. Where's Kyrie?
Here we go. In the gun again, 3 to the left for the Blue Demons, 1 to the right, and a man in the backfield. Kaufman rolls to the strong side, throws incomplete, overthrown yet again. That's been a theme for Kaufman today.
Not a lot of pass attempts. That was one of the few pass attempts on Kennett's part. They've stuck with the run game a lot, which I find a bit confusing because Upper Dublin's had it locked down all day. I figure you're down 23-0. Why not just try going with the passing game? And we'll tune away from this scene again.
Yet
when
another
we have a
player
man
down, and we'll take yet another injury break. All right, here we go. Second down for the Demons. Kaufman stepping up, and he's sacked again.
I mean, this game seems like it's been an eternity, yet it's only been an hour and 45 minutes. It's about 8:50 here. It's about 5:50 for our friends on the West Coast.
I don't think anyone in the Pacific time zone is watching this game right now, Braxton.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the whole world watches Upper Dublin football on August 26th.
August 26th football.
Just to be specific.
Specific, not
Who's
specific.
watching the NFL? Who's watching college football? Where all eyes are on the Upper Dublin Flying
All
Cardinals.
eyes are on the red and black. Another punt. Oh, excuse me, that was third down before. I'm really struggling here. That is going to take a UD bounce and go out at about the 38.
These punts have all had Upper Dublin bounces today.
They
That's
really
about the
have.
fifth time you've said that. We'll be right back.
Here we go. O'Sullivan back out for another possession, up 23-0 here in this third quarter. Gives it off to McIntyre, who cuts it up and is looking for yardage. Picks up about 1 or 2.
Yeah, Upper Dublin trying to give it to McIntyre. Just couldn't find a hole there.
2 on the play, 2nd and 8.
Under 3 to go here in the third quarter. Starting to move along here. Starting to get a running clock here in this one. O'Sullivan again in the gun. Fakes the give back to McIntyre. Gets it outside. Looking for Pensabeam, but a little overthrown. Maybe threw that a second early.
3rd down and 8 to go for the Cardinals.
Trying to piece together.
Here we go, 3rd down.
Upper Dublin slowing down the offense a bit. In the first half, they were just moving, trying to get as many points on the board before the half could end. Now they're just trying to play it slow a bit.
Probably the smart way to do this.
What's the rush?
That's
And
going to get to the outside. O'Sullivan on the keeper, and looks like he was getting first down yardage there, or at least pretty close.
I think he got there. I think he slid out about 4 yards past.
And it will be first down yardage indeed. The chains move, and more importantly, the clock moves as Upper Dublin tries to salt this away.
I'm going to call you out on that one. The clock does not move. He slid out of bounds.
Well, the clock will start moving in a second. So.
Five seconds on the play clock. Upper Dublin has had a couple of delay games tonight. 1 second, and we're off.
Back to Bartlett, who will rush forward, but not for much.
Rush forward, as in 1 yard backward.
No, I think that was a gain. Yeah, a gain of 1 or 2.
I think it was maybe a half yard backwards. That's what I saw.
They
Different eyes.
spotted the ball in front of the chains,
I will
Braxton.
call out my mistakes, and that is one of them. I think the rest might have some sore eyes tonight with that call.
My eyes are just fine. He was ahead of the chains. 2nd down. O'Sullivan steps up. Gets that in there again. McIntyre drops another.
Lucky break from Upper Dublin. That went right through the hands. Yeah, that went right through the hands of the Kennett receivers.
Right, but McIntyre certainly was there for it.
I mean, that was almost an interception.
It was almost an interception and then a completion.
A lucky break on both teams. you could
Yeah,
say.
for sure. It fell harmlessly to the ground after it could have gone both ways. Third down, excuse me. O'Sullivan steps up, looking deep, and he finds his man. Flag flies. Maybe a late hit for on Johnson. Johnson was pretty much down, and they hit him late. Maybe some pass interference. We'll see what the call is.
It's marked right at the spot of the catch. And I did not see a late hit or anything. And I didn't see any pass interference on that. I mean, maybe a
push off
on the offense.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Offensive pass
It was either a
interference
late
at
hit or an offensive push. We're having a discussion about it. Deliberation. Let's hear the verdict. Yeah, so it was a late hit, a little helmet-to-helmet action. You can't be down and hitting them like that. That's a 15-yard penalty, and the chains move yet again.
And, and if you're in college, that could kick you out of the game. Those are some really dangerous
Targeting.
plays. Yeah.
Change the targeting rules, NCAA.
Come on, man up, college football players. You can take it.
Let's not say that. I won't say that, Braxton. I'll say let's not throw kids out of the game, walk them into the locker room for a bang-bang football play.
Yeah.
A minute to go here in the third quarter. Let's not make this political here, Braxton.
How's that political?
I don't know, Braxton. Oh, not a great snap. O'Sullivan's going to pick it up, and he's sacked hard. Loss of 15. 2nd and 25, under a minute to go in the third.
It just it blows my mind how different these football games can be. It's the same sport, college football, high school football,
And then the NFL.
football. You got different rules all around, different overtime rules, different snapping, different kicking rules, different fumble
everything.
rules. Yeah, I mean, no wonder. Like you watch the NFL in college, even though you're a high school coach, it can still get confusing.
It still gets confusing for sure. They're going to have to run one more play before the quarter breaks. O'Sullivan will run it 2nd and 23, and they will lose yardage, and that will be the final act of the third quarter. Payon stopped in the backfield. It'll be 3rd down when we come back for the final quarter of action. Here we go. 3rd and 24 officially. AKA, as CJ might say, 3rd and a country mile.
And as you would say, if you're Kennett fans right now, take out your Bibles and pray. That's not what he said. That's in the book. That's in the book.
I think he said that about Upper Dublin.
Yeah, he did.
Let's not bring back those memories. Here we go. They're in a quote board that will live in infamy. 3rd down. O'Sullivan takes the snap, big rush. O'Sullivan airs it out deep for Pence being overthrown. 4th down and 24.
You know, I'm in a wild card all night. Go for it. Go for it. You're at the, 45-yard line. Go for it. You're up 23
I don't know. It's
nothing.
20. I would not do that. I would punt and play a field position game and relax.
At this point, it's just all about the fun.
I mean, maybe try and it's the first game of the season. Try and see some of your younger players, see what the kind of talent you have. That may not be a terrible idea.
Some younger players, such as our very own Eric Berman.
Braxton Gans just wants to see his friend Eric Berman play.
I really want to see him get in.
And he's doing this under this pretense of like, oh, get the younger guys in. But he really just wants to see Eric play. Takes a UD bounce and stops at about the 14.
At the 14-yard line, the Blue Demons will start 1st and 10.
11 minutes and 45 seconds more football to be played. Here we go. First play is back to Starkstansky, and he breaks a tackle. He breaks a pretty big tackle, and he's out to the 40-yard line. That's a big run.
Yeah, it's like one of the maybe 2 runs that Kennett has had all night, past 5 yards.
Sparacino, big run. Moving right along here in the fourth quarter. First down and 10 for Kennett. Looking, throwing deep, and it's incomplete.
That's just that's a bit of both worlds. That's a hard ball to catch. That's also a hard ball to catch. Yeah, I fumbled my words there, but I meant to say that's a mix of the knockdown, and that's also a kind of a hard ball to catch, low to the ground.
Second down now. Sorry, I had to take a look at that for your broadcast. Here we go. He'll take the snap in the backfield and give it back to Saparansky. And he'll maybe pick up a few. Sparacino, I don't know why I said Saparansky.
Picked up about 3 yards on that. My eyes are working now, by the way.
Third down and 8. 11 minutes to go in this one. 23-0 Upper Dublin. A loaded game for sure. A lot to take away for both of these ball clubs who were both rather successful last year, but it has not been a secret who the better football team here has been today. Here we go. Looking deep, and it is incomplete.
I don't think
Nothing doing for Kaufman.
I'm not sure if they've had a single completion today. And if they have, I don't think it's been over 5 yards.
Yeah, the passing yards have been not much to come by, and it's fourth down, and you really have no choice but to go for it here.
Yeah, when you play teams like, when Upper Dublin will play teams like Wissahickon, Abington, Plymouth Whitemarsh, they're really going to have to tighten up. Not as many penalties, not as sloppy a football.
So no go for it. They seem to be resigning to just go ahead and punt, which they will. Play a little defense, and Upper Dublin, they will try. He'll take a knee.
He was down on a knee.
Takes a knee. And it will be the Upper Dublin offense for maybe one more time here tonight. Here we go. Whistles before anything can happen.
And just in case we haven't mentioned it in a while, we do have a 23-0 score with about 10 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fifth quarter.
First and 15 after the delay. More sloppy action for UD.
Wait, excuse me, who's winning?
Here we go. I missed a little bit there. That was a catch by Griffin Pensabine there. We were just taking a look at something on the broadcast, but that was Colin O'Sullivan finding Griffin Pensabine for some nice yardage, and Upper Dublin is going to keep the ball moving. Here we go. Here we go. That was a run play for no yardage there. loss of 2 there, and that makes it 3rd down, 3rd and 4.
And we'll peel away again. We have a man down.
Another injury timeout, and we'll go away from that.
A little. And we're back.
And we're back with about 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter of Upper Dublin football. And we have another penalty. Wow, this is getting dry. That is the bazillionth of the night.
Another flag on the field. Sorry about that broadcast trouble we were having earlier. Seems like we've got it fixed now. Here we go.
Should ask her out.
3rd down and 1 after penalty after penalty after penalty.
After penalty, after penalty, after penalty. After penalty.
And botched snap
And botch snap and botch snap.
and sloppy football. But listen, the sunset, pads hit each other, football season is back. The first college game tomorrow, Nebraska Northwestern, as Upper Dublin does pick up the
Who
first
cares
down.
about Nebraska Northwestern? I'm a Penn State guy. Penn State all the way.
Braxton
We are.
is the most Philadelphian I've ever met. Man's an Eagles, Phillies. I'm assuming Sixers. I don't know for sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm a Sixers fan. I mean, I know
And
most
he's
of you will not find comfort that Jake here is a Yankees fan.
I am a Yanks fan. Go Yanks. They won last night 13-4.
After a 10-game losing streak.
Let's not talk about
Let-
it.
let-
We're still
let us.
second in the American League. Go Yanks.
Go Phils. Go Penn State. Go Sixers. Yanks suck. Let's go back to the game.
Wow. Talking about the team that's second in the American League right now. All right, here we go. O'Sullivan rolls to his left, steps forward, takes it the other way. That's a real veteran play to see that kind of defense right there. And that's a 7-yard pickup that probably should have been a sack.
And I'm just going to go back to the Yankees. I'm going to quote a little bit of Talladega Nights here. Second place is the first loser.
Hey, we're going to beat the Astros this year. Don't you worry about it. Astros don't got anything on the Yanks.
I'm gonna bring back a little bit of trauma here. Bang, bang, bang.
Revoke the World Series. Revoke the pennant. Remove Jose Altuve from baseball. Ban him indefinitely. Glad we've had this talk. All right. Second down and 3 after the first down pickup of 7. And just taking a timeout before the clock hits 0 again.
Yeah, we've had a scattered delay of games here, and we'll be right back.
Here we go. 2nd down and 3 after the timeout saves them from the penalty. 9 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. Upper Dublin up 23-0. Give is to McIntyre. And he'll pick up just about 1st down yardage. Pretty close. He will be short, however. 3rd down. Or excuse me, that was Payone, not McIntyre. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Gain-of-1.
Pam's got the ball a little bit in the past few minutes. He's kind of taken over.
He's definitely a good secondary choice at back after
the piece.
After McIntyre and Bartlett. He's had some carries in the fullback slot
Yeah.
as well. 3rd and 1. Strong formation for O'Sullivan. And he'll give it back to Payone, who has 1st down yardage and a moving clock.
And on the carry, he's got Upper Dublin a 1st down. Gain of 3 on the play.
I'm gonna quote CJ again. It's just like taking the chicken out of the oven, putting it in the slow cooker. All you can do is wait.
You already quoted that, Braxton.
I've already quoted that, but it really just describes
Hold
the
on.
situation. You have 8 minutes, 25 seconds left in the game. What are you gonna do? It's 23-0.
Hold on.
We're gonna have some of the quotes out for you.
Folks, I found CJ's quote board in my phone.
Well, Keith Bartlett on the
Time to
carry,
take the
he's
food out of the oven and put it in the slow cooker and wait.
2 on the play.
Genius from our friend. I hope we can get him for a few football games this
Oh,
year.
I really do.
Here we go. I can't. All right, here we go. 2nd down and 8 here. Under 8 to go. In the gun again for O'Sullivan. And he'll take a snap and he'll look right and he has his man.
Sullivan pass complete. Number 11, Coleman Zamborak.
Coleman Zamborski picks that one up.
That's the
3rd
first I've
down.
seen of him on late. He will be
First reception of the year for
yeah, he's a senior
Zamborski.
this year.
Gain of 4 on the
This senior class is really athletic,
Yeah, it's
really
something
talented.
special. I have a feeling that I really believe that a lot of these senior players can go to college, well, at the D3 level or even at the D1 level, like Colin O'Sullivan.
Here we go. O'Sullivan in the gun again for 3rd and 4. Has pressure, steps up, nice presence. Looking
that's
deep
there.
for Payone, he's
Oh,
got him.
yeah.
What a throw by O'Sullivan, pressure in his face. Folks, that's a Division I throw.
And that's why O'Sullivan is so elite.
That's a Division I throw. I don't throw the word Division I around a lot when we're talking about high school football.
1st and 10.
Stepping up, pressuring, that's a Division I throw. That
We're
really
not talking
is.
about low division when we're talking about Boston College. That's where he has an offer from.
I'm not going to speculate where he's going to go to school. I'm saying, as a football scout, that's the kind of throw I say, yep, that's a Division I football throw right there.
Yep.
O'Sullivan fakes the give back to Payone. High, gets it in there for Pensabine and another touchdown. O'Sullivan has loved Pensabine today.
Payone. That was Payone. That was Pensabine?
That was Pensabine, folks.
My bad.
That was very obviously number 8, not 31.
I got lost in my
Braxton
head
might
there.
need to get his eyes checked. Get that boy a pair of glasses or something. 29-0 UD.
No, are you an England soccer
am.
announcer now?
I had a best friend this summer, let me tell you. We had tea a few times. She was quite a good lady. No idea what I'm saying right now. 29-0 Upper Dublin. Here comes Pendleton, 0 for 3 on the extra points, 1 for 1 on the field goals. He made it from 31.
Hey, you know what they say? If you're 100% in field goals, who cares about extra points? I don't think anybody says that, but I just did.
Okay, Braxton. Braxton really needs his own quote board, folks. Here comes Pendleton. One to the right, one to the left, and one block today. All over he's missed, but this one is right down Broadway.
We'll be right back.
30-0. We'll be right back. All right, here we go.
Pendleton to kick off.
6 minutes, 17 seconds, 30-0. And the kick's away. Fielded at the 10 and brought into the middle of the field. Taken out past the 30 and down at the 38.
Out to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, the returns haven't been half bad today. They've been at least a good 25 yards each time.
First and 10, Kennett. I don't know why I just said Kennett. First and 10, Kennett looking to get on the scoreboard tonight. Come away with something positive offensively.
You know, I'm an Upper Dublin fan. Heck no to that. Let's go with 37 to nothing shutout.
Braxton's such a homer. Here we go. Not a great snap, just like we started the day, but he does get it off for his back, and he makes a man miss, and he cuts it up.
Whoa.
That's a pretty deep run into UD territory.
Well, I might have jinxed myself.
I think you jinxed yourself right there, Braxton.
Down to the Upper Dublin 30-yard line. First and 10, Blue Demons.
First and 10, Blue Demons. The cross between Duke and Wake Forest forever.
And as we've seen, the Blue Demons do think this is in field goal range for their kicker.
They really do. Get back to the same guy, why not? Makes another man miss, trying to score. Will not get there, but he is short. No, he does.
Oh,
Reaches
no,
for it.
I did jinx
Reaches
myself.
for the goal line, and Braxton goes, let's get the shutout. A minute later,
I don't think I'm going to talk anymore.
scores.
I'm going to sign off.
30-6. Braxton's just crying in the corner. He'll be back in a minute.
Braxton, bro.
5 minutes, 35 seconds, and we'll finally get to see our friend Barker attempt a kick.
Ryan Barker on for the extra point attempt.
And it is up, and it is through.
And it is
30-7. Upper Dublin will be getting the ball back after we come back. And I console Braxton for jinxing the Upper Dublin football team. Here we go.
I actually don't even know.
Kicking off for only the second time today is Kennett.
Johnson and Smith back for Cardinals.
And that is away.
That is a far kick. Whoa.
Well out of bounds.
That one.
Or
way
not out
of
of
the
bounds,
end zone.
rather. We're way out of the end zone.
Parker kicks it through
And
the
I'm
end
done
zone for a
weeping about that touchdown. So let's get back to this.
1st and 10 from their own 20.
Get back to what? Go back to the ball game.
Yeah.
Of course.
In the fourth quarter.
5:35 to go in the fourth quarter. 1st and 10 at the 20 for O'Sullivan in the offense. New quarterback
Oh my
in for Upper
God.
Dublin.
We have another flag. Oh no.
Who's in at quarterback for UD? Number 5.
Delay again. Who is that?
That's
Let's
what
see.
you get with a new QB.
What number is he?
Number 5, I think.
Paul Stofel's my guess.
Could be Chase Sunday. Either way,
Might be. That does look like Paul Stoffel.
does look like Paul.
Dominic Payo on the carry.
Payon on the carry on 1st and 15.
Stopped at 16. 2nd and 14.
And we're back to the slowest football game ever.
Here we go. Toss play out to the right side. Taken up, cut up. There we go. 3rd down. Pickup is about 8.
He's across the 25 to the 26. And make it 3rd and 4 for the Cardinals.
3rd and 4, so it's a 10-yard pickup instead of an 8. That's on me. And here we go. Marching band getting into it as a lot of the stadium feels dead in a pretty one-sided affair. Stoffel takes the snap and another toss out, this time to the left, and that will not be enough for 1st down yardage.
Payo on the carry.
We've heard Payon's name a lot in the last.
Last
5
quarter
minutes,
or so,
yeah.
yeah. And
Not enough for the first. It'll be 4th and inches.
Eddie.
4th and inches, so it'll feel like they'll go. Excuse me, that's been Kevin Etkin at QB tier. Gotten word that is Kevin.
He's a
Number
sophomore.
25, the receiver. Oh, they came across early. 1st down, UD.
Flags on the field.
Who wears number 25? Is that Eric Berman?
No. Ooh, I thought Eric was 27. Let's
Ah.
check.
1st down for the Cardinals
Excuse me.
at their own 34-yard line.
Got a little confused. I might have gotten my broadcasting club excited.
Well, we got Kevin acting. He was just called.
Excuse me, that's Nate Cairns, the short brunette stature. And he lost the ball. Ball's on the floor.
Ball's fumbled. And it's recovered
Kennett ball.
by number 55, Ryan King of the Blue Demons. Ball will go over.
Blue Demon football, and we'll take a break. Here we go, back from the quicker timeout than anticipated with 3 minutes to go, and here's another timeout by Upper Dublin. So we'll return to timeout after Upper Dublin had 9 football players on the field. Here we go, first down and 10, Kennett, after the timeout was short and then extended. Looks like we're ready to go now. Gives it off to the running back who had the touchdown before, and he is going to plow forward. He's a pretty good back for sure.
We have a bit of a scruddle, or I don't know what to say.
A scruddler?
Almost.
What did you just say?
The back right. I have
An
no
altercation?
clue. Altercation, yes.
A scruddler.
Back right.
Gonna have to add that one to my Braxton dictionary. It's been a joy calling this one with you, Braxton.
I wish I could say the same, but you're a Yankees fan.
Phillies aren't in the playoffs right now, Braxton.
Actually, they are.
Yeah, a wild card. They're in the extended playoff crap. Don't worry. Here we go. This time there's no real carry. I'd like to thank Noah Gibbs, our cameraman today, who's really been essential. He's helped us out a lot here these past couple months, really stepping it up here today, coming with us for the debut of Cardinal Athletics for UD Broadcasting, the first game of the football season. Upper Dublin well on their way to a win, 30-7 currently the score as we hit 2 minutes to go. Also want to thank Jason Tranis, John Squarey, all the other people that make this possible. Upper Dublin Broadcasting is not the same without our great faculty, as there's a run.
I think you're forgetting Mr. One, CJ Ambrose.
Well, of course, CJ Ambrose, my faithful co-president, who I run this club with. I love him as well. He could not be here today. Again, CJ Ambrose, John Squarey, Jason Tranis, all of you very helpful. Matt Highland, our athletic director, getting us to this venue. We'd like to thank Wissahickon High School again for getting us to this venue. It's very generous of them. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary of the tornado spawned by Hurricane Ida on September 1st. Hurricane Ida still affecting the Upper Dublin community quite deeply in some places. As here comes the pass, that's just going to look to the end zone. And it's
what a catch.
He brought that in. I thought it was knocked out, but I think he brought it in after the deflection.
You know, I am not mad about that. And you know why?
That's a great athletic play.
Even though they scored, that gives the Upper Dublin offense another chance to put Eric Berman in the game.
Another garbage time touchdown. Or I don't like to call it garbage time, because there is still
slow cooker
there's
time.
Things to be learned in garbage time, right? You get your younger players in the game, especially in this game that kind of has this preseason atmosphere, even though it is a real game. It's a non-conference game.
Well,
So-
we'll give it a bit of a CJ name, this slow cooker time.
The slow cooker game. That's what we'll call this one. But no, this is it's been a slow second half, but there's a lot to learn.
Oh,
That is a
what was
bad
that?
Snap, and Upper Dublin will fall on it. 30-13 our score. I was just going on about Hurricane Ida, but yeah, we are very grateful for Wissahickon for letting us use this venue yet again for a second season. Hopefully, we'll be back later this season, back at Cardinal Stadium for night games as well as daytime games, so that we can be here for all games back in our own stadium. But we are grateful for Wissahickon.
Fans, we will be back at Cardinal Stadium next Friday, September the 2nd at 7 o'clock versus Central Bucks West. Put that one on your schedule.
But no, this Upper Dublin team really was. They were a rallying cry after Hurricane Ida. They were really something the community banded together in support of. And they come out here and they win their first game back for a new season, another good season with Brett Stover and Colin O'Sullivan. And this core now with Ken Sabine and Nafis McIntyre and what you've seen out of the Upper Dublin defensive line, there's a lot of positives to take away here for Upper Dublin's day here.
And that is another big kick.
As for Kennett, what would you say about them that they could take moving forward this season?
They have definitely done a way better job, although not great. Way better than the first half. So I think this is more of a tune-up game for them. I think they're going to be definitely better in their next few games.
For sure. I think this was a slow start for them.
For both teams. Obviously, it's felt like a longer summer than normal.
I would disagree. It felt like the shortest summer of my life.
It's felt like a while. And it's been a while since the last football season. So obviously,
yeah, that's for sure.
Even though you've had a scrimmage, like that,
it's not the
just
same.
not the same.
It's not the same. The penalties, the botch snaps, that's stuff that comes with time, as it's likely a few kneel downs and we'll be done here. Again.
Oh,
flags. The story of tonight.
Maybe offsides.
Flags on the field.
My last thank you, I thanked my cameraman Noah Gibbs. I thanked my partner here today, Braxton Gans. I thank John Trannis and John Squarey and CJ. But of course, I want to thank all of you for watching. You're the reason these broadcasts can continue to happen. We really do appreciate you all coming in for another season of Upper Dublin football. We really do have a nice rotation of people that we're hoping we can get in. CJ Ambrose will be back, and there's a few more people, and that's a big run. Maybe some excitement to end this one as Payon is going to come really close to scoring a long touchdown. That must have been a 70-yard run. Yeah, 80-yard run, excuse me. That started at the 15, and that got to like the 5. A long run, the 7, excuse me. Maybe Upper Dublin will try and score one more time.
I'm going to say it one last time. I know that Coach Stover cannot hear us, but please put Eric Berman in the game. Just one last hurrah.
My sophomore friends who are with me in the booth today, I hope I have very limited sophomore presence for the rest of the year, because I don't think I can be subjected to this Eric Berman talk anymore.
For those of you who don't know, Eric Berman is
he's with
a member
us.
Of our crew.
He's a member of our crew. Maybe we'll get him in for some other sports this season. We certainly do hope to see him up in the broadcast booth as well. As we take the snap with 1 to go, and Payon bounces it outside. He's going to score. A lot of extracurricular activity after the game was over. What fun today was. And it surely was. One more go for Pendleton kicking the extra points. He was 1 for 4 on him today with a made field goal.
No, he's actually 2 for 5.
Yeah, 1 for 4 on extra points plus the made field goal. And
I'm
this one will make him 2 for 5. 37-13 looks to be our final mark in a wonky game. Still 28 seconds to go here. I've been making some closing up fakies, thinking this game should have been over 5 minutes ago. But, nope, again, thank you all for watching. We'll take you the last 28 seconds of the way here, no stopping. As a lot to take away from this first game here at Wissahickon High School. We're very excited, me and CJR, to be back as your co-presidents again this year. We really have enjoyed this club. We've enjoyed working with all of you, working with the sports. It really is a great part of this Upper Dublin community. And it's been a real ride, and we're looking forward to another great athletic year with you all. take you the rest of the way here.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go through this out.
As, our broadcast booth is quite dirty, and we're starting to get that sorted out. But we're gonna get the kick away. We kicked it right about another muff. We kicked it about balls out. This is just messy. This is just quite messy all over. 20 seconds to go, 37-13 UD. It does look to be the final mark. We'll see if Kennett is content with everything they've seen today, and a kneel down will do. A long game at we started at 7 o'clock. It's 9:37 local time. A long high school football game filled with scoring and penalties and botched snaps and timeouts and safeties and all the like. Again, I'm Jake Levine. As we ended off here, the teams will shake hands in the center of the field. Again, for Braxton Gans, Noah Gibbs, I'm Jake Levine signing off. Looking forward to a great athletic year with all of you. The Broadcasting Club is really excited for this year. We will see you hopefully next week for some more football. Again, I'm